Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina and today is going to be my plan to pan for 2023. So this is going to be, I think, my 4th or 5th year project panning coming up, which is crazy to me. And to be honest, I haven't really been purchasing makeup. I don't think I've made a makeup purchase now in a few months, and I've just been slowly and steadily working through my collection. So picking items that I think I might want to pan for next year has been really hard. I've been really good this year not buying. I used up a lot this past year, and overall I just did really well. But of course there are always items in my collection I'm like, this is getting older, I need to work on this. And of course this list is by no means like set in stone. If you watched my last video, which was me going over my plan to pan from 2022, you'll know that I don't always stick to exactly what I say in these videos, but this is generally a good idea of what I'll probably start panning when the new year begins. So I have a basket of goodies here that we are going to go through now and kind of give you my headspace for what I'm thinking project panning will look like next year. So if this is interesting to you, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button. I do upload, right now I'm uploading as much as possible because I'm doing a kind of vlogmas, but not really. But typically I do upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you want to see more from me, you like project panning and planning and lifestyle, then hit that button. And now let's just jump into these items. So the first item I want to talk about is something that I probably wouldn't really be using until the summer, but honestly in Florida, it's still 90 degrees here. This sweater is a joke. This sweater is just for the video, but something I would like to pan and finish next year is this guy. This is the Kopari Sun Shield like body oil. I actually purchased this past summer, so only a couple months ago, and I do like it, but I just find it's not really something that I enjoy too much because I don't really like residue being on my skin, and this is like a body oil. When I purchased this, I thought this would give me just a glow and it would set down and dry while also giving me SPF protection, but it's not really what it did, and it also didn't give me much of a glow. This is definitely more catered for people who have deeper skin tones than me. If you're really fair, the like micro glitters and color in this really don't show up at all, which was upsetting because I really wanted to be Edward from Twilight. So really the only way I can get that effect is if I add extra highlight into it, which isn't what I wanted to do. I wanted like a one and done kind of product. So I would like to finish this next year. This is something that I will again probably use more in the summer and will probably be in one of my seasonal project pans. I think next year I may not be doing any year-long project pans. I'm debating on just doing short-term ones, kind of like my Hogwarts Legacy one I'm doing right now, to like get ready for things and just do short like 3 to 4 month long ones maybe. So I could see this being in a summertime project pan. Another item is something that it's something I really need to just do better because my poor cuticles and nails are a mess anyways, and this probably would fit better in my pan that polish, but I figured I'd just throw it in this, and that is this Adesse like nail cuticle oil. I should mention, like I said, this would probably be better in my pan that polish kind of video. In this video for my plan to pan, I'm not really going to talk about eyeshadows or nail polishes because I do separate kind of categories for those. I have a plan to pan eyeshadow video coming up tomorrow or the next day, so you'll see those more so there, but I'm rambling. Anyways, this nail oil I've had forever, a cuticle oil I've had forever. I would love to finish it next year. Again, probably in my nail polish project pan instead. And then moving into actual like makeup kind of stuff. I mentioned in last year's video that I wanted to potentially pan this Milani foundation. This is the Screen Queen foundation, and I don't dislike this. I don't love it. It's just, I've gotten to the point now where I've pretty much used up all of my favorite foundations in project pans. I mean, I do have a couple. Like the one I'm wearing is the Benton BB cream, or Benta, what is this? I'm wearing a BB cream and I really like it, but as far as like a lot of my foundation, traditional foundations, I used up all the ones I like and I haven't bought any new ones. So like I don't hate this foundation, but it's also just not my favorite. It doesn't wear incredibly well on my skin, but it also just doesn't look bad. It's just, yeah, it's middle of the road for me. So I would like to finish this, get it out of here. Same thing going for this foundation. This is the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. This is in like the lightest shade, Cool Porcelain, and again, kind of the middle of the road kind of foundation. I don't hate it, I don't love it. It's just kind of, it's okay. Like it gets the job done. These are probably going to be the two foundations that I work on, and honestly, I don't have, you guys will be seeing in my inventory video going up at the end of the month, After my declutter, I don't know if I'm gonna own any foundations. I need to go foundation shopping. I just haven't been that interested apparently lately, but yeah, I need to go foundation shopping. Leave me your favorite foundations that are natural to light coverage down below. I don't do full coverage, it's too much for me. Moving into the next category, I have 2 powders that I really think I'll try to finish next year. I probably could get through every single powder I own next year, which might be a goal. I might just do a powder clean out. But I have the Perfect Diary loose powder, which is new to my collection, but I find loose powders go really quickly, so I'll probably try to pan this just to have an easy pan. And then same goes for this. This is the Pacifica Cherry Velvet loose powder, and you guys have heard me talk about this one. This powder is amazing. It just has a scent. If it didn't have a scent, this would be like Holy Grail levels for me. It really blurs the skin. It sets so beautifully. Such an underrated powder. I haven't heard anyone else talk about this, but it's probably because of the scent. The scent's really strong and just a little off-putting, if I'm being honest. But otherwise, this is a phenomenal powder. And then other complexion products, I have done really well this year on blushes. If you've been around on my project pans, and you know I have finished so many blushes this year. So I kind of want to keep going with that trend. And I have a couple blushes in mind that one I think will be super easy. The other one will be super difficult, and you guys know how I like to do. I like to challenge myself at least a little bit. The easy one will be this. This is the Milk Makeup Cream blush in the color Work. This is just like a little trial size. This would be a super easy one to get through, and I think I should try and finish it because I've had it for a couple years now, and probably just need to use it before it goes bad. I don't know how long cream products really stay good for, so I just want to use it. I really enjoy it. It's a beautiful tone. Since I can, let me swatch it for you. It's just like this really pretty natural tone. And again, if you've been here for this year's project pans, and you know I finished my Colourpop blush stick in Aloha. This is a really similar tone to Aloha, and you guys know how much I loved that blush. So this one would be another one that I could probably really feasibly get through really quickly and enjoy every single second of it. So that is on my radar for next year for sure. The other one is the challenging one, and it's mainly on my radar because it's getting older. I got this in a BoxyCharm, I think when we were living in North Carolina, which was 2 duty stations ago. If you don't know, I'm a military wife, so like we move all the time, and I keep track of time passing over like how many duty stations we've been to since then. Pretty sure I got this in North Carolina, which was a while ago. So this is the Real Her, Be Fearless, Be Limitless Blush Trio, and I've actually made really good progress on it. All of these work, and I would love to finish this next year. It would be a challenge because I find powder blushes are much harder to go through than cream blushes, but I already have a lot of progress. These are all really wearable for me, and it would just be an accomplishment to get this out of here after having it for so long. It's probably time. If I don't finish it next year, it would probably be something that gets decluttered at the end of 2023 anyways. So I would love to just successfully finish it and enjoy it while I have it. Another product that is going to be super challenging, it's something that I've had in my collection for a really long time now, and that's a Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which if you've been around for all of my project pans, and you know I've finished 2 of these before in project pans. I think in my first 2 years I finished one of these in each year, so it's not something that's super difficult for me, but it takes all year anyways. But this one already has good wear, like most of the wave pattern is already worn off, so I could potentially definitely see myself finishing this guy. I've been working on a blush for this year, or I've been working on a bronzer for this year, and I didn't think it would be possible, and we've had a lot of success with that one. I would love another challenge in a bronzer, so that's definitely something that I'm like thinking about. Another product that would be challenging but at least has a lot of progress would be this. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and you guys know this has been in a few project pans now, so it has nice wear. As you guys can see, it already has pan in it, so it wouldn't be like I'm starting fresh. But this isn't my favorite primer, mainly because I don't really feel the need to use pore filling primers very often. My pores are in a good place again. I started using my AHA BHA toner again since I'm not pregnant or breastfeeding anymore. So I don't really feel the need now to use pore filling primers because my pores are in a better place. They're actually like looking pretty good. So I just kind of want to use it and get it out of it. It's a good primer. It does what it's supposed to do. I just don't feel like I really need it anymore. So that's the main reason I want to use it. And then everything else in my basket, guys, there's like 7 or 8 items. Can I count? 8 items in here, and they're all lip products. So let's go. The first one is this lip balm or lip mask. This was from the Wet n Wild Halloween collection, 2022, I think. Not 2022, in 2020, I believe. And I've used a ton of it, and I just want to finish it. The last couple times I've used it, I've noticed it is starting to feel like it's going a little off. Like it doesn't quite smell exactly the same. It has like a candy apple scent to it. It's mainly just apple scented. So I just want to use it. There's not much left. Just would love to just get it out of here, finish it up, and just count that as like an accomplished finished product. I also have 3 lip glosses on my radar to finish next year. This first one is my Dose of Colors Over the Top. Yep, Over the Top lip gloss. This was a backup that I purchased when this collection first launched. This was the Katie and Desi collab with Dose of Colors that came out, I think, originally in 2016, and then they brought it back again, I think in 2018 or 19, and I rebought this lip gloss because I loved it the first time. I finished the first one I bought in a project pan, I think a couple years ago, and this one's just kind of been sitting there. Once I finished the first one, I didn't feel as compelled anymore, as you do. You know, you finish a whole product and you're like, oh yeah, that was good, I enjoyed it, but time to move on. It's kind of where I'm at. So I'd like to finish this. It's basically an entirely full tube, but it is gorgeous. I kind of want to throw some on, but I don't want to get red lipstick on the doe foot. It's so pretty. It shines so beautifully in the light, and it just gives your lips a nice glow. So would love to finish this one. The other one is the one I mentioned in my Plan to Pan 2022, which was my Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. And I completely forgot that I even had this on my radar. So I said I would throw this in for this year because it is getting a little older. I've had it for a couple years, and it shouldn't be hard to finish at all. I have it on my lips right now over my red lipstick, and it's just a really pretty, easy, super wearable lip gloss. And then the last one is this. Now this one is a toss-up. This might just be decluttered because I don't love the formula of these. This is the Colourpop So Juicy lip gloss. This one is in the shade All Talk, and I've tried painting this before and always end up getting annoyed with the formula. This formula is super sticky to me and doesn't like sit on my lips right. Like it just moves too much and it bothers me. So I'm throwing this in as probably one that won't be in a project pan because I have a feeling I'll end up decluttering it. I'm going to try and use it a couple times before my declutter at the end of the year and see how I feel. If I feel like I can make it work, it'll go in a project pan. If I feel like I can't make it work, it's gonna get decluttered. So that one's a toss-up. And then the final 4 products that I have on my radar are all lipsticks. And mainly every single one of these is because they are getting older. So the first one that I'm gonna mention, I mentioned in my last year's Plan to Pan, which was this Joa lipstick in the color Swipe Right. It's just a really pretty natural tone. I'll put it up here. Would be super easy. I think all of these lipsticks that I want to pan are all natural tones, which means for me, they'd be really easy to pan. They're all older too, so I need to like get them out of here. The next lipstick is another one that's also a Joa lipstick, and this is from their Smackaron line that came out. I think this was from 2019. We were living in California when I bought this. But this is in the color Raspberry Mousse, and I have a good bit left in this. This is like a matte, like flat matte kind of formula. I accidentally kind of wiped off some of the other one, but there is that one. It's a little bit deeper. Obviously Raspberry Mousse, it's more of a raspberry shade, but I think this one would still be super easy to wear. It's a really pretty shade. And then these last 2 lipsticks are because they're super old. We're gonna mention this one first because it's from Becca. Does Becca kind of still exist, right? Who bought them? Someone bought out Becca and they still are selling their products, but this was a Becca lipstick. This is in the color Tulip. I'm pretty sure I got this in a BoxyCharm, but there's not that much left of this lipstick, and it's a super natural tone. And as you can see, I mean, these are all going to be very similar, all super wearable, easy shades. But yeah, this is old. Need to finish it. It is definitely more of a pinky base than some of the other lipsticks that I really like wearing nowadays. So I don't think it would be difficult necessarily, but it would be something that I would have to like remember to wear. And then the last lipstick and last product that I have on my mind for my plan to pan in 2023 is this Jane Iredale one. This is in the color Joanna, and I've worn this one a lot. Like, there's not much left in there. It's really similar to the Joa one, so I think these two will be basically kind of the same kind of feeling. So as you can see, the Jane Iredale and the Joa one, they're really similar, but this one is shinier. This one's matte, obviously. I picked 2 and 2 for similar shades. I have a type, okay, when it comes to lip products, clearly. I don't think these would be hard. Those would definitely be the lipsticks that I want to try and finish next year. And I think they'd be fun to watch since they all have pretty decent amount of product in there. And it'd be fun for me to actually dive back into lipsticks. I have not wanted to wear lipsticks in the last couple of years because, you know, the masks and all that. And this year I really had, you know, I came back to it. So I think I would be pretty successful finishing lip products in 2023 because I think I'm ready again. And that, guys, is the entire plan to pan for 2023. I just can't believe I'm even saying that. I can't believe I've been doing this for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years at this point. Thank you to all of you guys who have been here since the beginning of my project panning journey. If you have been here since the beginning, let me know down in the comments. But no matter when you guys joined my channel, thank you. I appreciate all of you. I hope you all are having a lovely holiday season. Definitely hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and remember, there is always magic to be found, and I hope that means I see all of you in my next video. Bye!
Alright, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. On side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic. And we can save you from your